Go with me to Psalms chapter 86. I know before I became walking with the Lord and understood his ways, I was the great scorekeeper. Anything that anybody ever did to me, it was right here. And I was just waiting and waiting and waiting for them to get theirs. And then God said to me, John, if you do that, I'm going to turn it back onto you. I want you to forgive them like I've forgiven you every day. And if you can't do that, pray every day. And it doesn't happen overnight now. I'm not saying you can just, and it's gone. But you have to willfully ask the Lord to erase that from you so you can walk in freedom and liberty and live a joyful Christian life. Can I get an amen here? And I know it as well as I do. It seems like we always remember the bad things that happen to us and forget about all the good things that happen to us. You see, that's how you know we're born without God's Spirit. If we were born with God's Spirit, we would remember everything good and forget everything bad. But still we have the what? The sin of Adam in us. We remember everything that's bad and forget everything that's good. Somebody can help you all their life, and they're doing good things for you. Then one day somebody just says, no, I can't do that. No. And then get angry when things don't go our way. And then what? Gossip instead of confronting an issue. So we end up getting mad at them and forgetting that they spent 10 years helping us. That one time that they said, I'm not helping you, they're no good, and you go tell everybody else they're no good. And you develop and you assassinate somebody's character because you're angry with them, because you didn't get your way, or you put an expectation that wasn't met. Can I get an amen here? This is the human spirit, what it does. God's Spirit is like, okay, well, whatever it is, they couldn't do it, so I'm just going to ask somebody else, and so be it. And give them grace and mercy. Look at from Psalm 86, verse 3. Be merciful to me, O Lord. Psalm 86, verse 3. Be merciful to me, O Lord, for I am calling on you constantly. Give me happiness, O Lord, for I give myself to you. O Lord, you are so good, so ready to forgive, so full of unfailing love for all who ask for your help. Do you see that beautiful psalm that you could be reading every day when you feel bitter towards someone? Listen what it says. Be merciful to me, O Lord, for I'm calling on you constantly. As Christians, are we calling on the Lord constantly when we get that bitterness and that anger and our resentment in our hearts? Or are we harboring it and holding it in the bank? Now listen to what it says. Give me happiness, O Lord, for I give myself to you. Everybody wants happiness, right? Well, you cannot have happiness when you are harboring bitterness, anger, and resentment in your heart. You find yourself angry and you can't figure out why. It's because you never let these things go. You store them in the bank and you want happiness, and so you can't get it. So you go reaching in the world to try to get it by buying material things and going shopping and going here, going there, trying to find happiness. When all you have to do is give it to the Lord where you find happiness. He says, I'm calling on you constantly. Give me happiness, O Lord, for I give myself to you. Do you give yourself to the Lord every morning? This is something we have to do each and every day in our prayers. Lord, I'm yours. Use me. So this way you understand that everything that happens in front of you, God put it there for a reason. To what? Mold you and shape you into the image of Christ. So whatever happens, you can trust that the Lord knows what he's doing, and he knows the beginning to the end. We're very finite what we think is going to happen. But he knows the situation is going to bring something at the end. We don't know the ending. He does. So whatever he does that you might not understand, it's going to work out for good if you trust him. Can I get a big amen here? One thing we're not doing is trusting him. We're not going by the principles of the Bible, and they're wondering why we're not happy. You see? We end up being miserable, lemon-faced Christians that people say, I don't want no part of that. Can I get an amen here? And then we blame God. Why ain't I happy, Lord? I read my Bible, I go to church, I do all these things. How come I'm not happy? Because you're not using and applying it to the situations in your life where they are needed to use. Look what it says here, though. Look at verse 5. Oh Lord, you are so good, so ready to forgive, so full of unfailing love for all who ask for your help. Listen, I ask the Lord, help me, Lord. I say these simple prayers all day when I go into work. Help me, Lord. Help me, Lord. Because, see, the world is infected with sin. And when I go into the world, the sin is trying to get into me and infect me again. So I need God's help so I don't fall into it because it's all around me. You see, misery loves company. Bad company corrupts good character. That's why God says to hang with good, godly people that are on the right path so you don't fall prey to it. You see, you can't pull anybody up on the table. They're going to pull you off the table. Can I get an amen here? We're not strong enough to do that, but we're strong enough to pray.